Stop playing small. Stop playing small. 3 words that changed the trajectory of my life. 3 words that may just change yours. March 2024, I boarded a flight from Paris to Costa Rica. I cried almost the whole way there. Thankfully, nobody was sitting next to me. It just ended a 2-year-long relationship, and I was now in the face of unforeseen transitional period in my life. My business and my creative projects were running on autopilot. I had lost a large portion of my own identity in that relationship. Truthfully, I had no idea what the future could like. When I arrived in Costa Rica, I crossed paths with 2 individuals, and we had nothing in common with one another, except for the fact that we were each there on our own journey. On one of our last nights together, we're sitting in the ocean in the sandbar. We're watching the sunset over the Pacific. And in response to something I had said, one of them looked to me. He replied, "Joe, you have got to stop playing small." I didn't fully understand what that meant at the time. It took me some time to process it. But those would become the 3 words that ultimately changed my life. Visibility wounds are the subconscious beliefs that we adapt over time that convince us that if we show up authentically, if we take up space, if we ask for more, if we dream big, and others will judge us or reject us or perceive us in a certain way. Worry about how we will look to others if we try and fail. Convince ourselves we're not ready yet. We're not qualified enough. Now is not the right time. Always finding excuses instead of solutions. And sometimes that fear cuts even deeper. And we worry that if we share our greatest dreams with others, they'll tell us that's unrealistic. It's not possible. Worse yet, they'll try to keep us in the same cage that they may have kept themselves in. One that is safe, easy, and predictable. And this false sense of comfort tells us that there's security in blending in shrinking. The consequence of this is a life of mediocrity. We stay in careers that are draining and unfulfilling. We never ask for that promotion. We don't advocate for ourselves. We never let our ideas be heard. We settle for stale relationships. We stay in dynamics that no longer activate us or challenge us. We shelve our creative ideas, never letting the world hear or see our unique gifts. Financially, we accept just enough to stay comfortable. Ultimately, it's living a life on autopilot. And I had realized that in my own life, in my career, in my relationships with others and with myself, that I had been playing small. Truthfully, it hadn't gotten me very far. And it definitely wasn't going to get me where I wanted to go. So as uncomfortable as I was, as much as I was riddled with self-doubt and imposter syndrome, I decided to try anyways. Because I realized this one simple truth. If I showed up, if I tried, I had a 50% chance of success. But if I stayed within the confines of my comfort zone, I had a 100% guarantee of failure. Now, this shift isn't just about me. It's about what happens when any of us decide to stop playing small. It's about realizing that your authenticity, your uniqueness, they are not liabilities. They are your greatest asset. We live in a world that idolizes and encourages copy-paste, right? We're encouraged to blend in, to mimic others, to do what's expected of us. But that's boring. It creates a boring life, and it creates a boring world. You see, I am not like you. You are not like me. And right now, if you look at the person seated on either side of you, you are not like them either. You will never be able to control the way that others perceive you, so stop trying to. Stop letting that be what holds you back. And here's the bigger truth. Playing small not only robs you of your own potential, but it robs the rest of the world of something that only you could bring to it. Think about it. Every breakthrough in history, every movement, every invention, every piece of art came from someone who refused to shrink, someone who risked being seen, even if it meant being misunderstood or failing a few times. If innovators had played small, we wouldn't have the light bulb. We wouldn't have airplanes or the internet or medicine. If artists played small, we wouldn't have our favorite songs or pieces of literature that were enough to change our own perspective. If leaders played small, we wouldn't have progress. We wouldn't have justice. We wouldn't have possibility. Playing small not only silences your voice, but the ripple effect of every life that you are meant to impact. And authenticity is contagious. When you show up fully, you give others the permission to do the same thing, to let their walls down just a little bit more. And this creates a chain reaction in families, in workplaces, in communities. Your impact, whether that's in the lives of others or in the quality of your own happiness, lies on the other side of playing small. When you step into your authenticity, into your truth, that is when you get to create the life that you are truly meant to live. So right now, I want you to think about one place in your life where you know you are playing small, where you know you're settling for safe. Maybe it's in your career. Maybe it's in your relationship. Maybe it's in your greatest dreams. Think about it. Whatever comes to mind first, that right there is your invitation to expand. The world doesn't need another filtered, curated, copy-paste, contained version of you. No. The world needs the real you with the authenticity, the self-belief, and the expansion to back it up. Stop playing small. Stop playing small. Stop playing small. 3 words that led me to this very stage. 3 words that changed my life. 3 words that could change yours. And maybe, just maybe, if enough of us decide to live by them, 3 words that could change the world. Thank you.